Subscribe for the latest NBA news and watch till the end for the full story.
Could Klay Thompson be heading back to Los Angeles? That is not a rumor being thrown around carelessly. It is a genuine storyline developing right now, and it involves one of the most storied franchises in NBA history, a generational talent running the show in Los Angeles, and a five-time All-Star who still has something left in the tank. The Los Angeles Lakers have had one of the most active off-seasons in recent memory, but based on the latest reports, they may not be finished yet. The LeBron James era in Los Angeles is officially over. After years of King James carrying the purple and gold, the franchise has made a decisive pivot. The Luka Doncic era has begun in LA, and the front office has been moving fast to build a roster capable of competing around their new franchise cornerstone. The first major move was landing rising star center Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz in a blockbuster sign and trade. Kessler, still just 24 years old, is one of the most promising defensive bigs in the league, and acquiring him signals that the Lakers are building something serious around Doncic. From there, the franchise got busy in free agency. They signed Colin Sexton, a proven scorer who brings backcourt depth and reliable offense off the bench. Matisse Thybulle was added as a defensive specialist, exactly the kind of two-way wing that contenders need around a ball-dominant star. The Lakers also signed Sandro Mamukelashvili, Ziaire Williams, and veteran big Kevon Looney to round out their depth. On paper, it is a well-constructed group. However, the Lakers are currently above the league-mandated roster limit, which means additional roster moves are still coming. So with roster spots to sort out, who else could be on their radar? Two names have surfaced as targets the Lakers are monitoring. The first is Jonathan Kuminga, a young, athletic forward who could fit the team's timeline. But the second name, and the far more intriguing one, is Klay Thompson. And when you look at the details surrounding Thompson's situation right now, it becomes clear why this conversation is worth having seriously. Thompson is a California native who still owns a home in Los Angeles. This is not just background information, it is context that matters when evaluating where a veteran player might want to land at this stage of his career. According to The Athletic, my understanding is that Thompson would welcome a return to Los Angeles, where he spent part of his childhood and still owns a home. That quote alone tells you the interest is real. Thompson reportedly considered joining the Lakers as a free agent back in 2024. At that point, many around the league viewed him as a player LA could realistically sign. What changed? The opportunity to play alongside Luka Doncic pushed Thompson toward Dallas instead. Both players briefly shared uniforms with the Mavericks, though the circumstances surrounding Doncic's eventual departure from Dallas do not need to be relitigated here. The point is that Thompson and Doncic have history, and Thompson has already demonstrated he values playing alongside the Slovenian superstar. Now, here's where things stand in Dallas. Thompson joined the Mavericks after spending his first 11 seasons with the Golden State Warriors, a dynasty he helped build across 4 championships. The Mavs signed him to a 3-year deal. They were hoping to get the elite, two-way Klay Thompson of his Warriors, prime a player who could defend at a high level and knock down shots from anywhere on the floor at a volume that changed how defenses had to operate. That version of Thompson never fully materialized in Dallas. Thompson is now entering the final year of that 3-year deal. He is owed roughly $17 million next season. He has emerged as a legitimate trade candidate, and his future in Dallas is shaky, to put it plainly. Here is the key dynamic, though. Because Thompson will be free to sign anywhere next summer, most teams will resist expending real assets to acquire him right now. Why give up draft capital or rotation players for a 36-year-old with an injury history when you can simply wait him out and sign him in free agency? Logic is driving the market, or the lack of one, for Thompson at the moment. Enter the Miami Heat. According to reports, Miami is strongly pursuing Thompson and views him as the ideal shooter to place next to the recently acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is a compelling vision, Giannis drawing all the attention in the paint, while Thompson spots up from the perimeter. However, Miami has resisted actually trading for Thompson. The franchise's strategy is to wait, hoping that Dallas eats the final year of Thompson's contract and grants him a buyout. If that happens, Thompson becomes a free agent, and the Heat believe they can land him without surrendering a single asset. That same buyout scenario is precisely what opens the door for the Lakers. If Dallas decides to move on from Thompson entirely and buys out his contract, it is no longer a Heat versus Fields situation. It becomes a full open market, and Los Angeles would have every reason to make their pitch. But what does Klay Thompson actually bring at this stage of his career? Last season, he registered 11.7 points per game and shot 38.3% from the three-point line. Those are not superstar numbers, but they do not need to be. On a team built around Luka Doncic, the Lakers are not asking for a second star. They need spacing, shot making, and experience. Thompson provides all three. That kind of production off the bench would be extremely valuable for a Lakers roster that has added athleticism and defense, but still needs reliable perimeter shooting around Doncic. The familiarity between Thompson and Doncic is a genuine selling point. Thompson has already shown he wants to play with Luka, and Doncic playing alongside a credible catch-and-shoot threat makes his own playmaking significantly more dangerous. Defenses cannot load up on Doncic if Thompson is standing in the corner with a green light. The fit, stylistically, makes sense. The catch, of course, is money. The Lakers would not be in a position to offer Thompson a significant contract. For this to work, Thompson would need to accept a veteran minimum deal, a major pay cut from the $17 million he is currently owed. That raises a legitimate question. Is Klay Thompson willing to take a discount to chase another championship ring? Here is the realistic picture. Thompson is 36 years old. He is past his prime. He carries a recent injury history that has understandably made teams cautious. Those are facts that cannot be ignored. But on a veteran minimum deal, the value-to-risk calculation shifts dramatically in the Lakers' favor. At that price, you are essentially getting one of the most decorated shooters in NBA history, a four-time champion and five-time All-Star for the league minimum. The Lakers do not need the explosive, elite two-way Klay Thompson of 2019. They just need the shooter Klay, the one who set screens, relocated to the corner, and hit shots when it mattered. If Dallas reaches a buyout agreement and Miami does not lock him up first, the Lakers should absolutely make their pitch. The stars are aligning in a way that could make this possible. Thompson's connection to Los Angeles, his existing relationship with Doncic, and the simple fact that the Lakers are building a team with championship intentions. Klay Thompson in purple and gold is not a guaranteed outcome, but it is no longer a far-fetched idea either. The Luka Doncic era in Los Angeles is just getting started, and Klay Thompson might want to be part of it.